Welcome back into Busted Knee Sports. Tiger Nation, I sat on this national championship win, embracing the moment. Now it's time for the 2025 LSU baseball season recap. This season had a little bit of everything. Some really high highs in the regular season, some really low lows at a couple different points. And we finished it the best way LSU knows how, and that's on top of Omaha winning title number 8. It also has some prizes in it, and I'll get into all of that in this video today. One of my biggest surprises on the year was just how good Derek Curiel was as a true freshman. Coach Johnson said at one of the press conferences he's had this year that a lot of teams in our conference don't start true freshmen, let alone have them hit leadoff. And he led the team in average, and he also led the team in walks. He had 53 walks and batted .345 on the year with 6 home runs. This kid is going to be very, very special the next 2 years. He should be playing center field in 2026. A few more things that I was surprised by this season was just how dominant Cade Anderson was, just how dominant Anthony Ianson was. Anthony led the team in ERA with a 3.0 and was third in the country in strikeouts. Cade Anderson was number 1 in strikeouts this season and was the most outstanding player in Omaha. Okay, this team led the nation in strikeouts for the second straight year. The pitching staff finished with 760 strikeouts. That is awesome. And we needed every single one of them to win a championship. You know what I mean? And the last thing that really surprised me was just how bad at the plate Michael Braswell III was. I love Michael Braswell. If you've been around here for a minute, you know that. The fact that this guy put it on in the 2024 postseason, I was like, okay, Michael's got this. This is going to be the guy we get. And he just wasn't that at the plate. But his defense did not waver. He had some elite defense. And without his defense in Omaha, we don't win at all. The low point of the season was definitely getting swept by Auburn. And also there in the middle of the year when it seemed like whoever was coming out of that pen could not get an out. They just couldn't there for a minute. But they turned it around and they stuck together. And that's what I love about this team is they stuck together when they slid. Now, my favorite part of the season is a bit of a personal one for me. I'm very thankful that the good Lord above let me get down to Baton Rouge for the first 2 games of SEC play against Missouri, seeing 2 Tiger wins in back-to-back days. I was actually supposed to come home after that Friday game, but because I live in Memphis and all those storms were across Mississippi, I had to stay, and I'm very grateful that I got to do that. I sat behind home plate. I got to meet Cade Anderson, Jared Jones, Michael Braswell III, Ashton Larson, and even I got to meet Coach Johnson. And when Coach Johnson came up to me, he shook my hand, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, why'd you shaking my hand? Like, you're the national championship winning coach. But it's because Jay understands we're the best fans in college baseball. If I could bottle the atmosphere of the box when the box is rocking in SEC play and sell it, I'd be a billionaire. Because that is unmatched. To be around my fellow Tiger fans, to be in that ball, it's just something special about the box, and LSU fans, y'all know it. Like, that was my favorite part of the season, even outside the national championship. My last, favorite part was actually something that happened when I was in Baton Rouge. I ran into Tiger legend Greg Dykman. He sat in front of me during the first game, and I ran into him outside the stadium when I was leaving after that game, and I was like, hey man, I don't mean to bother you, but can I get a picture with you? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. He's one of my favorite Tigers of all time. He's one of the reasons I love LSU baseball so much. So to get to meet Greg and how nice he was, I'm very appreciative of that. Him and his wife actually just had a baby recently, so congratulations once again to them. All right, now let's get into individual awards and individual stats. First and foremost, Chris Stanfield won the inaugural Tony Gwynn Community Service Award. That is freaking awesome. Thank you, Chris, for all the work you do down there in the Baton Rouge community. And he also led our team in batting average at .326 during SEC play as the 9-hole hitter, the best 9-hole hitter in the country. As far as all SEC guys, we had Cade Anderson and Zach Cowan be first team. We had Jared Jones, Daniel Dickinson, Derek Curiel, and Anthony Ianson be second team all SEC. All freshmen, Derek Curiel, Kason Evans. All defensive team SEC, Cade Anderson. First team All-American, Cade Anderson. Second team All-Americans, Jared Jones, Anthony Ianson, and Derek Curiel. Y'all, this was a stacked roster. There are major leaguers that didn't even win awards on this roster. And when you talk about a guy like Kason Evans, he's probably going to be one of our weekend rotation guys, next season. I look forward to that. As a team, collectively, we had a 296 average and a 911 OPS. We were 51 of 71 on stolen base attempts. Jake Brown led the team with 11 stolen bases. And I don't know if y'all realize how fast Jake Brown really is in person. He looks quick on TV, but if you see that man in person, you're like, daggum, Seven's got some wheels on him. In terms of individual stat leaders, I've already talked about Curiel. I've already talked about Stanfield. But Ethan Fry led the team in OPS with over 1,000. Jared Jones led the team with 22 home runs, 76 RBIs, and unfortunately, 85 strikeouts. It happened. Somebody had to do it. When it comes to pitching stats and pitcher stats as individuals, we held our opponents to a 296 batting average and a 651 OPS. And of course, I've already mentioned that we led the country in strikeouts with 760. Let's see here. Maverick Rizzi led the team in appearances with 24. Kason Evans led our bullpen with a 2.05 ERA on 52 and 2/3 innings pitched. I've already talked about Cade. I've already talked about Anthony. And I'm very, very grateful that these guys pitched as well as they did. I want to give a big shout out to these guys that are seniors and these guys that won't be wearing the purple and gold anymore. Michael Braswell III, I love you, man. Josh Pearson, I love you, man. Tiger Nation loves both of y'all. Josh Pearson got a standing ovation in his last at-bat at the box. Luis Hernandez, Jared Jones, Chase Shores. Very, very thankful for you guys. Go Tigers.